Coming up, changes coming in the Hazleton Area School District Administration. That story and more on WYLN News.
From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. The man who has been serving as the superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District since 2015 is leaving. Dr. Craig Butler has been hired as the superintendent of the Saucon Valley School District in Lehigh County. That's according to a news release that appeared in the Morning Call newspaper in Allentown earlier this afternoon. A vote by the Saucon Valley School Board is expected Tuesday to formally accept the hire. Butler came to Hazleton in 2013 as assistant superintendent. In Lehigh County, he will be replacing the current super, who is retiring. WYLN will have more on this story tomorrow here at 5:30. Now an update on a story that WYLN told you about last night. Hazleton police have the man they were looking for in connection with a holdup at the convenient market on Juniper Street in custody. That incident happened around 4 yesterday afternoon. The cashier telling police that the suspect, Louis Arkelay of Hazleton, was armed with a knife and demanded money from the register. He fled the store with an undisclosed amount of cash. No other details on his capture are yet available. The Luzerne County District Attorney's Office has ruled the death of a body found in a vacant home yesterday as a homicide. The man's body was found in an abandoned house in the 400 block of South Franklin Street in Wilkes-Barre. An investigation revealed the man sustained multiple stab wounds. The District Attorney's Office is assisting the Wilkes-Barre City Police and Pennsylvania State Police in the investigation. An autopsy was performed by the Luzerne County Coroner's Office. The victim's identity has not yet been released. Anyone with information about the case is asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Police Department's Detective Division at 570-208-4222. A partial part of a vacant building collapsed in the early morning hours on Center Street in Freeland. Part of the facade and a window on the third floor fell off the building around 4:30 this morning. The building housed a former laundromat on the first floor. The roadway remained closed for several hours while officials tried to determine if there was any further damage. Freeland Code Enforcement condemned the structure and is now in the process of seeing if the building can be demolished. There were no injuries reported in this morning's collapse. The Hazleton Area School District Board of Education held its monthly budget meeting last night. WYLN's Maria Senti has more on how the budget could increase class sizes and teachers for the upcoming school year.
He gave us a comment that
the Hazleton Area School District Board of Education has met for a series of monthly budget meetings since January to discuss and modify the district's 2017-2018 budget. And last night was its final meeting before the budget is voted on next week.
Right now we're sitting at about $2.5 to $2.6 million deficit. So, if we adopt that budget with that deficit, it'll come out of our fund balance.
This past school year was the first time the district surpassed having 11,000 students in its full enrollment. And with this continuous increase, the board plans on adding 2 additional students to each kindergarten through 8th grade classroom for the coming school year. To make this work, the district would hire 12 new teachers.
We had 10 long-term subs in.
Hazleton Area School District Business Manager Anthony Reba says increasing class sizes can help the district save classroom space.
It actually helps us a little bit with the space situation. So if we didn't change and left it at the old model, we potentially had space issues that we didn't have enough rooms to hire all those teachers.
Reba says he understands increasing class sizes can also lead to overcrowding and potential difficulties for teachers. He says the district is taking this into consideration.
It's going to be more difficult having the larger class size, no doubt.
The board is set to vote on the final budget next Thursday, June 29th at 6 p.m. in the administration building. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Maria Sinti.
The Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress has made the top 10 list. The Pennsylvania Downtown Center named the DHAP the 6th best performing Main Street program of 2016. The program is designed to revitalize downtowns and central business districts. Executive Director of DHAP, Krista Schneider, provides monthly statistics such as jobs created or lost and businesses that either have opened or shut down to the Main Street program. The DHAP received the award because it demonstrated the capacity to generate new jobs, new businesses, public and private investment, and volunteer hours. Easton made the top of the list in 2016, followed by Ebensburg in Cambria County and Ardmore in Delaware County. Residents of Tamaqua can expect to see a tax increase. The Tamaqua Area School Board approved the 2017-2018 budget, which will raise property taxes by 1.2 mills. The tax will increase from the current 35.38 mills to 36.58. The district's fiscal year will start with an over $3,600,000 fund balance on July 1st. Revenue is projected at $28,607,000, with expenses around $30 million. The school board voted 6-0 in favor of the budget at Tuesday night's meeting. Coming up on WYLN News, new legislation strengthening animal cruelty laws. Plus, you hear about them, maybe you have one. Just what is a hernia? We'll find out on Community and You. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Visit the Luzerne County Convention and Visitors Bureau at visitluzernecounty.com for the listings of the many events you'll find in Luzerne County. From wine festivals to hill climbs to the famous tomato and kielbasa festivals, you'll find it all in Luzerne County. Luzerne County was named the best outdoors destination in Pennsylvania by the official Best in Pennsylvania website. The Luzerne County Convention and Visitors Bureau will help you relax, relive history, and marvel at the area's stunning natural beauty. You'll find it right here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Legislation that will strengthen laws against animal cruelty is expected to be signed by Governor Tom Wolf. House Bill 1238, known as Libre's Law, updates existing statutes and increases penalties for animal abuse cases throughout the state. The law makes animal abuse in situations like dogfighting a felony. Dog owners who keep their pets tethered for longer than 30 minutes in temperatures above 90 degrees or below 32 degrees will also face stiffer penalties. The bill is named after Libre, a Boston Terrier who was saved after being abused at a dog breeding facility in Lancaster County. The bill was unanimously passed on Tuesday by the state Senate, Governor Wolf tweeting that the law has passed and he will sign it. He also congratulated the advocates who have fought to improve Pennsylvania's protections for animals. Coming up on Woodland Park's News Choice, it's farmers market season. We'll tell you where. Plus, we'll also tell you who's 70 years and still soaring. But first, Let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Visit the Luzerne County Convention and Visitors Bureau at visitluzernecounty.com for the listings of the many events you'll find in Luzerne County. From wine festivals to hill climbs to the famous tomato and kielbasa festivals, you'll find it all in Luzerne County. Luzerne County was named the best outdoors destination in Pennsylvania by the official Best in Pennsylvania website. The Luzerne County Convention and Visitors Bureau will help you relax, relive history, and marvel at the area's stunning natural beauty. You'll find it right here in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Do you have a bridal shower, baby shower, birthday party, rehearsal dinner, or some other important event coming up? Call us at Booty's Place to book our elegant, private upstairs dining room. It offers a seating capacity of up to 50 people, a private bar, and an elevator for easy access. Or you can book the entire upstairs for an even larger event. Contact Chef Bobby DeFeo for pricing and delicious customized menu options. 570-455-5551. Let us help make your special day a big success. Booty's Place, definitely the best.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You know all about Dr. John and the services that he offers, but did you know his wife Janet manages a whole nother side of their business? They help out CDL drivers with their testing and also big companies with drug and alcohol testing. It's a whole nother side of Degenhart Chiropractic this week. Join us.
Welcome to Community and You. Today we ask the question, what is a hernia? And to that, we're going to find the answer from Dr. Martin Walko. He is with LVPG Surgery Health and Wellness Center. You are a general surgeon, minimally invasive surgeon, and bariatric?
That's correct. I recently completed a fellowship in minimally invasive surgery and bariatric surgery. I also perform endoscopy, and I'm a bread and butter general surgeon. I've been with the network since November of last year.
So we're going to have you back on all those other topics because there's a whole host of them there.
There are.
But today, hernias.
Yes. A hernia is a term that covers quite a few issues in the body, but in basic terms, a hernia is when an organ is pushing through a hole from where it's supposed to be to someplace it's not supposed to be. So if you have a disc in your back that herniates and pushes on a nerve, that's a type of hernia. But most of the hernias that surgeons see are either hiatal hernias, which can cause acid indigestion and reflux, belly button hernias, which doctors call umbilical hernias, or groin hernias, which we call inguinal hernias, that require surgery to repair because the organs are pushing outside of the body and will gradually get bigger, make the hernia bigger over time. The concern with any hernia is that as the hernia pushes out, it can actually twist and choke off the blood supply. That's called an incarcerated strangulated hernia if it gets stuck out and the blood supply twists, and that's a surgical emergency.
How does it happen?
Well, hernias come in two different flavors when it comes to abdominal hernias. There are the kind that we're born with, which is an indirect inguinal hernia. That occurs because of how we develop in the womb. They're usually seen as babies, but then there's the wear and tear hernias that occur as we get older. There are also certain types of hernias involving the belly button that women get during pregnancy. The good news with those is they tend to go away on their own. But the bottom line is once there is a hole in the gristle that holds us together, which doctors call fascia, that hole will not close on its own. The most frequent question I get asked about this is what exercises could I do to strengthen and make this go away? And while exercising is always a wonderful idea, just like not smoking cigarettes or using tobacco is a wonderful idea, no type of exercise will make a hernia go away.
So how do you know you even have one?
The usual story is that people will say, I was lifting something heavy, I felt a pop, a burn, and now there's a lump.
Oh.
Now, sometimes people will come into the office with tiny belly button hernias and they don't even know they have them. Maybe they come in to have their gallbladder removed and we notice and see that they have a little belly button hernia, and we talk about that. But the usual story is I was lifting something heavy, I felt something pop, now I've got this lump, it burns, it hurts. Every time I cough, sneeze, it pops out, and I have to push it back in.
So how does that work with a hiatal hernia? It's inside.
Sort of different from the standpoint that it is a hernia because the organ known as the stomach is pushing up into the chest, and that makes the valve at the top of the stomach not work properly, which causes heartburn and acid reflux, and over years, decades, can increase the risk for cancer. In those cases, the story that we get usually is a person says, oh, doc, I have this horrible heartburn all the time. It's worse when I lay down, sort of a thing. But we can either diagnose that with an x-ray or an endoscopy by putting a scope down the throat.
Well, now that we've had a little bit of an introduction, because June is Hernia Awareness Month, risks if somebody doesn't have any of their hernias taken care of?
As I mentioned, there's always a risk of them popping out, getting bigger, getting stuck out, which is called incarcerated, or getting the blood supply twisted off, which is called strangulated. Those are scary because they can actually kill a person if they go untreated.
So that's probably worse than letting it go untreated.
Correct. Now, that being said, the majority of hernias do not do that. Do not get stuck out and cause problems, but because we can never predict which ones will and which ones won't, if a hernia is bothering a person, we recommend having it repaired electively on their schedule so that they don't wind up needing emergency surgery in the middle of the night.
And then, of course, the most unusual question of all, taping a quarter?
This is something.
First, why a quarter? Why not a dime, a nickel, a penny?
Children oftentimes will have belly button hernias that go away by the time they're 5. But there was, pardon the expression, an old wives' tale that taping a quarter, which was big enough to push the hernia back in, would allow the scar tissue to form and close up the hole, when in reality, most children will outgrow an umbilical hernia by age 5. They don't always, and we do sometimes have to operate, but yeah, we don't recommend taping anything or pushing what's called a truss to try to make hernias go away.
So the bottom line is, if you think you have a hernia,
please see your doctor. It's very important. And if you see your doctor, we'll talk about how to fix them. In this day and age, we tend to use minimally invasive surgery, what some people call keyhole surgery, where we make 3 small incisions, about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch in size, and we put a mesh on the inside to strengthen the gristle and make the hernia go away. However, there are times we do have to do an open hernia repair, meaning an incision, because that's the safest, best route. The bottom line is that you want to talk to your doctor and figure out what's best for you.
And it sounds like Dr. Martin Walco would be a wonderful doctor to talk about. We're going to have you back.
Thank you.
Talk about bariatric and the minimally invasive, and maybe even some more about hernias.
I would like that very much. I'd be happy to come back.
Thank you very much, Dr. Martin Walco, joining us today, and we hope that you will stay tuned for more Community and You.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
I'm Gary Perna. Join me and my guests from the community every Friday live at 5 p.m. as we talk about important community events and issues that are happening. Topic A will rebroadcast 7 times throughout the weekend to provide you with the information that you need to know from your community. Join me here on Topic A, only on WYLN.
And before we go back to the rest of our news, I'd like to update you on another story that we told you about earlier in the newscast about the body that was found in Wilkes-Barre in the home earlier this week. There has now been an identity made, and he is 23-year-old Ramon Torres with no known address. He was reported missing according to the release from Wilkes-Barre Police back in April. Again, if anyone has information, you're asked to contact Wilkes-Barre Police. The annual Wilkes-Barre Farmers Market is scheduled to open up next week. Opening day ceremonies will be hosted by Mayor Tony George beginning at 10 a.m. Free farm show milkshakes will be given out by the Weinberg Food Bank. And while you shop, you can also listen to music at the Market Concert Series, which will feature 12 performances throughout the season. The market will be open then every Thursday through November 16th from 10 a.m. until 4 in Public Square in downtown Wilkes-Barre, and the Hazleton Farmers Market will open in July. They'll be open on Fridays. It was a happy 70th anniversary celebration to the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport today. The airport opened its doors and its runways on June 1st, 1947. Over the years, there have been many changes to the 5th largest airport in the Keystone State. Today, it's currently home to 4 airlines and a brand new state-of-the-art terminal, 4-level parking garage, new taxiways, all at a total cost of $80 million. Those who gathered today are also looking ahead to more good things to come in the future, including the return of the air show, and that is happening in August. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Do you have a bridal shower, baby shower, birthday party, rehearsal dinner, or some other important event coming up? Call us at Booty's Place to book our elegant, private upstairs dining room. It offers a seating capacity of up to 50 people, a private bar, and an elevator for easy access. Or you can book the entire upstairs for an even larger event. Contact Chef Bobby DeFeo for pricing and delicious customized menu options. 570-455-5551. Let us help make your special day a big success. Booty's Place, definitely the best.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WYLN, your home for live sports.
Hey neighbor, we're having a backyard sale.
2017 Mazda 3 Sport. Buy it for $16,919 or lease it for $129 a month. Or this 2017 Mazda 6 Sport. Lease it for only $159 a month. Or the all-new 2017 Mazda CX-5 Sport. Lease it for only $179 a month.
At Berger Mazda, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Berger Family Dealerships. Drive with experience.
Even though it's only summer 2017, the race for governor of Pennsylvania is already on. This week, I'm pleased to be joined by the man who wants the Republican nomination. Paul Mango joins me on The Storm this week, only on WYLN 35.